everyone, it is Dina with Dina Inspired, and today I want to put a challenge out there for you to use what you have. So today I heard that most creatives are using the products they have and not buying new products just because of the economy. And it's difficult for us to buy new products, which I totally get. I do not have every stamp set there is. I do not have every die set there is. I do not have every ink there is. I am a very new demonstrator and I can't afford everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. But I see things that I like or cards that I want to make, and I don't have those products. But I'm going to challenge you to do what I'm doing today and use what you have. Okay? So let me explain it as we go. So today I'm actually using the linked together dies and stamps. Okay, so it was something I had. I needed a round piece, and believe it or not, I do not have a perfectly round die. But in the linked together dies, I have an oval die, so I'm going to use that. And actually, you could use any shape. You could use a square or a rectangle. You could use a circle, or maybe you have a diamond shape. You could even use that. So use what you have for your shape. Then probably you have some flowers in your dies somewhere. It doesn't even have to come from the same set or the same set as your shape, but I'm sure you have flowers, so get some flowers out that are dies, and then just find some sentiments that are going to fit onto your shape. Okay, so first I'm going to set these aside. I have already cut them out. I'm also going to use Petunia Pop. It is a color that is going with the colors I'm using on my cardstock. So I'm going to use that. And I'm sure you have some matching colors. And again, we're going to use the linked together stamps. The paper I'm using actually comes from the Cheers and Sips bundle. So it's the flower pattern. I bet you have something that has a flower pattern in your papers. If not, find a design that you like, and you could even find some dies that go with that design. So to get started, we are going to take our card base, and this card base is 5.5 by 8.5. and it's scored at 4 1/4, just like a normal card base. But then I also scored the front of the card at 2 1/8. Okay, so that's half. So I just folded this top part in half. All right, so we're going to get started just layering this up. My first piece that I'm putting on here, this is 2 inches wide by 5 3/8 long. So I've just left a little border around it. And I am going to use my Stampin' Seal just to put this on there. And again, it's just a very small border. This gets me every time, y'all, when I try to get it straight. Okay. Now then, I have the same size here on the inside. So this is 2 inches wide by 5 3/8. I've cut the same piece of paper, but this time I'm going to put the back. It's coordinating, it's pretty, and I'm going to use the back. This card is kind of a double fun fold card. So we've got our little Z fold going on at the front of our card, and then we're going to have a card within a card. So just want to get that lined up where they're pretty close to even across. Okay, so then you have this when you open it, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in here. So this piece right here is actually cut, and it is 4 by 10 3/4. So it's 4 inches wide by 10 3/4 long. And if you have a design on it, you know, you want to be sure that your design is going up and down with the long side. So my design's like that. And then it is scored at 5 3/8. So that's right in the center, so that this is folded in half. Okay, so now on the inside we have that beautiful green, but out here we have our floral pattern. So this is what you see when the card is closed, okay? So then you go like this, or open it like this, and then you're gonna open it like this. So what we are going to do with this piece is we're going to put it here on the center, and then actually I'm using a light, this one's not Petunia Pop. I'm not sure which color this is, but remember, you're using what you have. So we're just going to line this up here and put that down. So just some Stampin' Still on that one side, and we're just going to eyeball this and kind of put it in the middle. This piece, I'm going to stamp it first, and I am going to put O on this one. So OH, O. I just put my finger right down in that. Don't you hate it when you do that? So I'm going to center it as best I can here. And of course I have some ink on my table, so I'm going to clean that off real quick. And it seems like I say this every time I get on here, but storms are coming in and it's getting darker and darker out right now. So we're under a thunderstorm warning and a tornado watch. So conditions are getting right for a tornado. Okay, so I have O on that, and I just have this. So I also need, and I did not do it, so I'm going to just cut some white cardstock real quick for the inside of my card here, because we need something there. So I am going, we've got this cut to 4. So I'm going to do this at, I don't want to cover up a lot of my stuff. My stamp, I think I'm going to do this at 3. And then 10, 5 3/8. Sorry guys, I did not think this part through. 10, and I went 3, 4, and I went 3. So 5 3/8, and I'll go 4 3/8. Okay, so if you did not hear that, I went, this paper is 3 by 4 3/8. So 3 inches wide by 4 3/8 long. And this one I'm going to stamp as well. So this one is going to go right inside of here. And I am going to put "So Happy for You" on here. So when you open it, you're gonna see O, and then inside, "So Happy for You." We will ink this up. I didn't get any ink on me. So happy for you. My ink is not doing very well, guys. It is humid again, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, we'll let those dry for just a minute. So we'll get back to this. This one I want to decorate with the flowers that I cut out. So I'm just going to get some different colors and different sizes, and we are going to decorate. And I'm actually not putting any greenery on here. I'm just putting the flowers on here. And we might actually bring it around this way. Getting out the glue. I'm going to be careful. So I just glued part of that. So let me know in the comments, is it true that you're using more of what you have on hand and you're not going out and buying or even staying home and buying online? Is that true? Are you using what you have on hand to craft with right now? And if you are, you know, that would help me with what videos I do. You know, maybe some more things like this where we do a challenge and I find things in my stash that I think you will have and challenge you to make something. So if you do accept this challenge and you make something similar to this with what you have in your stash, I would love to see it. So be sure you tag me when you post your work on Facebook at Dina Inspired. So it's just the @ symbol and then Dina Inspired. And I think that's all I'm going to do on the front, just something simple. It'll open. Okay. Now then, we need to get this down on here. And I have found that I have better luck laying it down, lining it up before, and that's how I push it down then to where it should be. I don't have much luck eyeballing it this way. I have better luck doing it this way. So that covers that up until you open it and it says, oh, I'm going to add a few more flowers around this one, and I'm probably going to go on this side so that when it's closed, those flowers don't peek out. Or actually, oh my goodness, that would be so cute. Take that back. Change of plans, guys. I am gonna have those kind of peeking out. Guys, it's starting to rain. I hope I get through this. Whoops. And on this one, I am just going to do 3 little flowers because we have our O. So 3 little flowers. This flower right here peeks out just a little. There we go. O. Now we are going to take our So Happy For You. And glue it down. And normally this doesn't happen, but it is very humid in here today. Like I said, the storms are rolling in right now. I do hear it starting to rain. So there is our finished card. So you open it, it says O, and then you open it again. So it's a double fun fold. Thank you for watching.